saying about our partner, they're saying about us. They're saying we made a bad choice, that we are a part of something that we are not a part of. If you hear someone say, Israel is a genocidal nation, what a lie. Folks, if Israel is committing genocide in Gaza, I'm going to tell you what I told Piers Morgan when he asked me that. If Israel is genocidal, they are really, really bad at it. All of Gaza is the size of Las Vegas. If Israel wanted to commit genocide, they could have done it in 3 hours on the 8th of October, 2023, and it would have been over. They have taken measures to protect human life, the likes of which our own country does not do. They announce in advance where they're going to strike. They warn the people who are living in those areas, get out because we're going to strike right here. And they send messages. They drop leaflets. They make broadcast announcements. And what Hamas does is it then moves the civilians right to those targets because they don't care if their people are killed. They want them to be because it's part of their propaganda. Israel is not committing genocide. They have sacrificed their own sons and daughters in order to protect the civilians that on October the 7th came across the border and murdered their own families. And did it not to destroy an army, but to murder, massacre, and mutilate pregnant women, babies, elderly people, older men, small children. You were in the Gaza envelope. You saw, you heard. I was here not very long after October 7th when the stench was still in the air. And I'm telling you, I saw things, I smelled things, I felt things, I heard things that I wished I never had. What was done to Israel on October the 7th is the reason that every time President Trump talks about the war in Gaza, he will say, all the hostages must come out. Hamas cannot stay. They have no future in Gaza. And then he always says, remember October the 7th. And I wish the world would remember. And I wish the world would put more pressure on Hamas to let the hostages go than they're putting on Israel to end their pursuit of peace and a secure border with people who have tried to annihilate their very existence. I wish that were the case. You may hear it said that Israel is an apartheid nation. What a lie. And if anyone really wants to just test that, I would just suggest go to Hadassah Medical Center at Ein Kerem in Jerusalem. Because if you walk into Hadassah, you're going to walk around and you're going to see that there are Arab doctors and there are Israeli doctors and they're working side by side. The head of the department might be Arab, might be Israeli, could be Muslim, could be Jew, could be Christian. Nobody cares. Nurses, side by side, Israeli, Arab, Jew, Muslim. Patients, not separated by whether they're Palestinian or separated by whether they're Jew. They're walking around together. They're sitting in the same waiting rooms. They're being treated by the medical staff and the support staff. You can't tell who's who because it doesn't matter. It is a place for people to be healed. And there is no apartheid. This is a lie. And it's a terrible lie that is inflicted upon the people of Israel. You will hear things that